About a week ago, Elgato announced the latest product, the Key Light. It's a professional LED panel aimed towards YouTubers and streamers. Now you can see right now, it's quite dark in here. I'm using natural light, but it's quite late in the day. But if I turn on my lights, you can see that, the video looks a lot better. Lighting looks a lot better. What I've got here, this bright box in the background, is a softbox. These are very, very cheap to buy. Not as efficient, from an electricity point of view as LED lights, but it's a very cheap investment. I've got two, and what most people do is they'll put them in two different positions, behind the camera, on front of the camera, whatever they're trying to achieve. It's obviously not in the right position just now. I've got one downstairs that I use for some videos, and I've got this one that I use from time to time as well. It's been a great purchase. I've used it for a few years, but it is very big and very bulky, and I have been thinking about replacing them with more modern LED panels that are a little bit cheaper to run and just don't take up as much space. These things just get in the way. They just get in the way, and when you've got a small room or a small office for doing your recording in, space does become something that you have to kind of consider. It's a luxury that I don't have. Now, I am a fan of Elgato in general, and I've got a few different products. I've got the Cam Link for capturing video from cameras. I've also got the HD60S, which I use to I normally hook this up for game streaming, but also for unboxing videos. And I've got the Stream Deck. I've got the Stream Deck sitting down there as well. Now, I don't own the Elgato Key Light. It's actually not released here in the UK yet. It's released in a few days, but I want to give you my thoughts on it. Because as you can see, I am a fan of Elgato. I'm generally a fan of all the products. I think they do. I think they do provide very good products. They do sell good products, and they're pretty good with software updates and all that. So I am a fan of their products. But my initial impressions of their new Key Light is that it looks fantastic, but it's also very expensive. But let's jump over to the browser and we'll look at the Key Light in more detail. So I've still got this big light in the background. Hopefully that's not going to put you off too much. So you can see the website here. This is the Key Light. Illuminate on command. And you can get an idea of what this is all about here. Now, it's actually designed to attach to your desk. You can see it here. It's actually designed to attach to your desk. It doesn't go all the way down to the floor. And you can see that this game streamer here has got the panel, and it's got two of them set up, two of the lights. And you see this a lot in their advertising material where they've got two of the Key Light set up directed at the game streamer. And you can see it there, the way that it's designed. So it's designed to attach to your desk. So it's not going to go into the floor like this one here. It's going to attach to your desk, and you can move it around. There's a game streamer. She looks very happy. Put softboxes to shame, and it does. Well, softboxes tend to make you sweat. Key Light keeps heat impressively low. And yeah, that's another problem with softboxes. The room does get a little bit warm with it. Color temperature range of 2900 to 7000K. So that's pretty impressive. Stats are pretty good. Now, here is one of the coolest things about this is that if you have the Stream Deck or the Stream Deck Mini, I've got the larger Stream Deck, you can use your Stream Deck to control it. So you can do it through the software on your PC, or you can do it through your Stream Deck, and you can set up quick buttons to change the light. You can change the colors, you can change the brightness, you can switch it on and off. Very, very cool. And yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I love the idea of doing this. And if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I tweeted that, saying just that. You can see it there. This is it working with the Stream Deck Mini. Makes a statement. So there it's there. I've watched a few unboxing videos and all that. You get the panel, you get the stand, you get a big instruction manual, and there it's there. Now, as I said, my main concern about this, and the main reason I'm reluctant to just buy this, because I was looking at lights and I was very tempted to just buy this right away. The main thing that I've got against this is price. And look at this. In the UK, £199.95. And when you look at the fact that many of these people here are, they're showing it in the example that you need two LED panels. You don't need two, you get away with one, but if you're using two LED panels, that's £400. That is a lot of money to spend for LED panels like this. Certainly ones that only attach to your desk, and it does make it a little bit limited in some respects for some setups, in that you don't have one that attaches to the floor. Now, it is very cheap to address that, but it's very, very expensive. I think that if they had come out with this at £100, around the £100 mark, I would have bought two instantly. That would have been an impulse buy for me. I think that would have been a very fair price. At £200, it just seems a little bit too expensive for what it is, in my opinion. And that is despite the fact that I love the idea of being able to switch it on and off and control it via the Stream Deck and, just doing it through your PC. But if you look on Amazon or you look on any website, if you look at for LED panels, you will see that there's a lot of cheaper alternatives. And as much as I love the idea of switching them on and off and all that, most of the time I'll have them on at the same setting the majority of the time when I'm streaming, and I won't need to switch them on and off. So yeah, I'm kind of torn because I do love the idea of all this functionality, but the reality is that I'll probably have the lights on and off when I stop recording, switch them on, switch them off at the end. And you can get LED panels like this. I've actually had an LED panel like this before. I actually sold it, but that's kind of one that's normally attached to the top of cameras. But even looking at this one, newer 2-pack dimmable bi-color. Now, it isn't like for like. This one says it goes up to 5,600. This one goes up to 7,000, I think it was. But you get 2 of these and they go all the way to the floor. You could easily adjust these and attach them to your desk as well. But that one says £130. It works out 65 each. So instead of £400, you're down at 130 for 2 panels. And there's actually cheaper alternatives to that. That's actually one of the more expensive options. There's 3 for 175. Keeps going up with newer ones, and even these ones look even better. There's a lot of cheaper alternatives out there. That one isn't. That one's £160. Well, it's cheaper than the Key Light, but it's certainly not cheap. Yeah, there's a lot of alternatives out there, and if you go through and you search, I saw a lot of people talking about this with the Key Light, and they shared ones with similar specs, and they were a lot cheaper. There's another two, £80. Two full lights, and you get all the attachments and the batteries and everything else. I've looked a little bit around at different alternatives, and I'm showing you a lot of different examples just now, but I'm not showing you like for like, because the panels the Elgato are selling with the Key Light, it does look like it's a good panel, and you do get that extra functionality as far as controlling it via the software or controlling it via the Stream Deck. But I do think that this is not, get the lighting out here, this is not in the impulse buy territory. I think that at £200, most YouTubers will be looking at a cheaper alternative. I do like the idea of this, and the way that I have my desk set up here, I could put them at the back here and have the 2 LED panels coming towards me, and it does look like a good solution for me. But I'm always looking at ways to improve my YouTube setup, my recording setup, whether it be audio, video. I'm looking at different cameras, and lighting is one area where I know I need to improve. But at £200 per light, £400 for 2 lights to get them in here, it is a big investment. And I think that as much as I would like them, I think that there's a lot of alternatives that can do the job and do pretty much the same job. You won't get the Stream Deck integration, but you'll save a huge amount of money. And it's not even about spending money. I'm never afraid to spend money, but whenever I look at something like this, if I look at alternatives and I can get alternatives at half the cost, well, I can put that other, that money that I've saved and put it towards a camera, a new video camera, a new action camera, whatever. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I haven't tried this yet. I wasn't one of the YouTubers that got the Key Light sent to me to test, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I think it looks fantastic. I haven't tested it. I think it looks like a very good solution, but you are going to have to pay that premium, and that is the main drawback that I can see. Let me know what you think in the comment area, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will speak to you all very soon. Take care.